Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're fine. Okay, I am Miss Olaika, your food and nutrition teacher. You're welcome to third week of resumption. And this week, we'll be looking at another food nutrient, another food study, which is egg. Okay, looking at another food commodity, which is egg. All right, you agree with me that from week one we have been talking about food commodities that we are used to in our homes. The first week we talked about meat, good, and last week we talked about what? Poultry, yes. So today we're looking at egg. So, what is our learning objectives? We want to define egg. We want to look at the structure of an egg. Then, what are the factors we need to consider when we are choosing or selecting eggs? They want to look at the nutritive value of egg, and they want to look at the uses of egg. That's maybe dishes that we can use egg to prepare, some other uses of egg. So what is an egg? What is egg? All right. Egg is a round or oval product of domestic birds such as hens, turkeys, guinea fowl, duck, and other birds that produces eggs. Yes, other birds that produce egg. So egg is a round oval product of domestic birds like hen. We all know hen very well. Even if you've not seen a live turkey before, you have not seen a live guinea fowl, you've not seen a live dog, but how many of you have seen a live hen? Good. So, and you have also seen eggs. Yes, those are the pictures of eggs there on the page. So, the is actually round or oval in shape. So, here's the structure of an egg. You've seen an egg before. I told you the shape of an egg is actually oval or round. Good. Now we have an oval shape, shaped egg here, and he has some parts that has been labeled. Okay, we'll look at the parts together. We have this part which says the SL. Then we have the eggshell, the part of the eggshell. Then we have the germinal disc. Then we have vitelline membrane. Then we have the yellowish part, which is the yolk. And we have a very tiny cord that holds the yolk to the albumin, and it's called chalaza. You can see it. Okay, so we have the tiny cord is called chalaza. We have the yolk. We have the whitish part. The whitish part is actually called albumin. Yes, albumin. And the yellowish part is called yolk. While the outer part is called the shell, the egg shell, always very light brown in color. We have the vitelline membrane and germinal disc, then the air cell. Those are the parts of or the structure of an egg. So for the factors to consider when we are buying or purchasing eggs, let's look at some of the factors I've listed here. Out of several factors, I'll be looking at three in today's class. One of the factors we need to consider is sound. Okay, a good egg should not make a sound when shaking. So when you buy eggs, bring it close to your ears and try shaking it. It shouldn't produce any sound. So if it produces any sound, then the egg is bad. But if it doesn't produce any sound, then the egg is good. Then another factor you need to consider is what we call salt water solution. Is a test you need to do on your egg to ensure that or to be sure that the egg is good. So you get salt water. Okay, how do you get your salt water? I hope you know how to prepare your salt water. Very simple. Just get a cup and add salt to your water. And get a cup, add water to your cup, and add salt to it. Then dip your egg inside the salt water solution. When you dip your egg in the salt water solution, you find out that it's either the egg floats or it sinks. Yes. So when the egg sinks, that means the egg is okay, very good. But when the egg floats, that means the egg is still. That means air has been produced in the egg, making it to float. So saltwater solution is another factor you need to consider when you are getting your egg. And the last one I'll be talking about in today's class is unpleasant smell. Yes, when broken, it shouldn't produce any unpleasant smell. Some eggs, you don't even need to break them. The moment you pick them up, you start perceiving this foul smell, this offensive odor. The moment you notice those factors, please ensure that you don't get the egg. Okay, so what are the health benefits of egg? What are the nutritive value of egg? The first one is protein. Yes, egg is a rich source of protein. Yes, egg is good for the body, both young and old. At least the old can take one in a day, but the young ones, the toddlers, the infants, those growing children, they can take enough of egg. It's very good for the body. Now we have vitamins like thiamine, riboflavin, and niacin. They are also vitamins that are available in eggs. Then we have mineral elements like phosphorus, iron, and calcium. They are also embedded in our eggs. So when you're eating one oval egg or one round egg, you know you are getting your protein, you're getting vitamins, and you're getting mineral elements. Good. And don't forget, egg has good amount of water in it as well. You'll be surprised. Yes, there's water in egg as well. Good. So I also know that there's fat in egg, in the yolk of egg. So you can see that egg is rich in a lot of nutrients that the body needs. Importance of eggs in cookery, like what are the uses of egg? What do you use egg for when cooking? Importance of egg in cookery. Now, as a main dish, yes, you can actually prepare your egg as a main dish. We have different methods or ways we can prepare our egg. We have scrambled egg, we have omelette, okay. We have fried egg. We have poached egg, very good for toddlers, for children, okay, or for people convalescing, okay. Then we have sunny side up egg. So there you can use it as a main dish form. You can use as a main dish to eat bread and to eat any kind of food like yam, potatoes. So as a main dish, then to give flavor and color, you can use egg. Like you're preparing your cake mixture, you can use egg to give flavor and color in your mixture. Then to enrich cakes and pudding, okay, you use your egg to enrich your cake and puddings. Yes, make it have this rich, creamy taste. Now we have it also serves as a raising agent. Yes, raising agent in your flour mixture, and then for coating food. Yes, you can use it to coat food like yam. If you want to fry your yam, you can use egg to coat your yam before frying. You can use it to coat your fish. Yes, you can use it to coat different kind of food before you fry. Yes, so you can see that egg is very, very good in the body. Okay, so we have some egg dishes here. You know, you can actually use your egg to prepare different kind of dishes. Yes. Okay, I'll be looking at them one after the other, and then let's try and see if we can mention the kind of dish that these eggs have been used to prepare. Okay, so the first one in the picture, anybody can try. Good, that's a boiled egg. Yes, the boiled egg. Okay, so the second one is what? Over hard egg. Yes, over hard. We have over easy, over medium, and then this one is over hard. You can see that both sides have been fried and then flipped and both sides are very hard. So it's called over hard fried egg. Then the third one is what? Okay, that's the sunny side up egg. Okay, sunny side up egg. Okay, can also call it over easy fried egg. Sunny side up egg. You can see the yolk, very soft, not well cooked at all. Okay, then we have the next one, number four there. Everybody should know this one now. Okay, who's trying? That's an omelette. Good. That's an omelette. Then the next one, number five, is what? You can see the yolk is not well cooked as well. That's what? A poached egg. Yes, poached egg. Good for toddlers, for children, infants, or convalescent people. And the last on the slide is what? Scotch egg. Some people call it egg roll. Okay, so those are the egg dishes that I have brought to you today. We have so many other ones that you can check, or some other ones you like. We have this one we do regularly in our houses. We do fried egg. It's called scrambled egg. Yes, scrambled egg. We do it regularly in our houses. Okay, so you can try out these other ones and see how it comes out. Okay, time to check on what we have learned so far. Okay, it's time to evaluate. So let me ask you those questions and let's see what we've learned into this class. So the first question I'll be asking us is, what are the two factors we need to consider when choosing an egg? I gave you three, so just give me two. Okay. Sound, good. There shouldn't be any sound or patches. Okay. Then another factor is what? Salt water solution test. Yes, salt water solution test. When it floats, it's bad. When it sinks, it's good. Okay. The last question says list five egg dishes. List five egg dishes. Okay. First one is what? Poached egg. Good. Scrambled egg. Omelette. Okay. Boiled egg. Okay. And the last one is what? Sunny side up. Hey, good job. Give yourself a round of applause. Wow, good job. Okay, thank you so much for attending to this class. I love to see you in our next class, and I want you to guess what the next food commodity we'll be looking at in the next class will be. All right. So if you have any question or anything to say, you can put it on the comment section or send me an email. I'll be glad to respond to you. Bye.